Hi, it's Nicola, and today I have a question and answer topic for you. It's what you should know about the new Forever Young Autobiographies publishing service. And I have a special deal for the publishing services just starting up, so stay with me as I'll have more details coming up. If you're new to Forever Young Autobiographies, welcome. It's where we learn to write life stories for family and friends, and I'd love it if you could follow, subscribe and like the show. The Ask Nicola question and answer series has been going for a little while, and it's where I take questions from writers who are writing their autobiography, biography, memoir or other life story project. And this can be to do with planning to write, doing the writing, getting it edited and published. Today's question is, what are the new Forever Young Autobiography publishing services? Can you tell me more? Now, really good question, as I'm super excited to now be able to be bringing you publishing services in addition to my writer coaching calls. So not everybody wants to write, has the time to write or the technical know-how to write and publish life stories. And I've been a journalist for 20 odd years, interviewed thousands of people and have been doing life story coaching as well. Most recently helped my grandmother, who was 100, put out her autobiography, and doing that was so rewarding, and I'm really encouraged by getting more life stories out there, and that's one of the key reasons why I started these publishing services. So I'm going to go into a little bit detail now about what they are. Now, the first category of the publishing services is all to do with planning, specifically interviewing and interview transcribing. So you might be yourself or a loved one. I then interview you about key events in your life and key memories of your life. So we can do that in person, or we can do it digitally, say with telephone call or video call. Everything's recorded, primarily for accuracy, but also because this is wonderful storytelling. We want to capture that, and we want to make sure it then shows the character of the person too that we're interviewing. It's really great as a standalone, story, as is the recordings, but then they make a great foundation for other projects, which brings me to the second section, which is all about the writing. So we've got this recording and we've transcribed it. Then we can put that into some kind of creative product. So whether that's writing a one-page short story, life story, a feature story of a few pages, or we're doing a full-length book, or something else creative like a photo book which has extended captions and photos. So this can be terrific as a gift and just to record a key milestone of your life or your loved ones. So we want to celebrate that, and it's great to continue foster some legacy. Now, things that I'm thinking this would be really great for would be like getting married, having an anniversary, a milestone birthday. It might be retirement, funeral, a baby's birth, or something else. So we put all that together. So again, we start with a chat or a bit of an interview. I transcribe all what was said, and then I write that up to a final draft, and then it's formatted, designed, laid out and printed. And it's your story, you're the owner, so you have ultimate say of how that comes out. So I'm not going to share it or publish it without your approval, so make sure you understand that point. Moving on to the third category, and that is editing. A lot of people write their life stories, but pretty well they get stuck. They always need someone to have those fresh eyes to look at it for errors. And editing is not something that we do just before publishing or getting something printed. It's really something that could be done throughout the writing process. And that's why for the publishing services, I have 4 different types of editing available. So I'll run through those for you. The first one is to do with manuscript editing. So you've got a really detailed plan or you've got a first draft. And then I go through that and I give you some suggestions, some ideas. So a bit of a report. The second editing is comprehensive editing. Now this is when you've got, say, a first or second and subsequent drafts, and I'm going through it and I'm reworking it, really getting in there and doing some heavy lifting. The third type of editing is copy edit. And this is where you've got a final draft and you want me to come along and make it really perfect. So I'm getting out that red pen and making sure everything is just so. And the final edit is proofreading. This is where you have a printer's reader's copy of, say, your book, or you've got your final files. They're just about to be sent to the printers, and I'm looking for anything that's been slipped through the net to that point, or there's a design issue or some kind of other layout issue. So there's the 4 different types of editing. This brings me to the final category of the publishing services, and this is publishing or the printing. A lot of people, they get to this point and they're just like, oh, this is so many technical considerations, I'm not sure where to start. You don't want to rush this, and if you're happy to hand it over to a professional, that's what I'm here for. I'm happy to take that off your hands, and I'm going to say lay out your book, lay out your manuscript as it should be for printing. Then I'm going to design the front and back covers, get the files ready for the printer, and then make sure it gets printed, delivered to your door so you can hold it in your hot little hand. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about the life story publishing services that I've got happening now. And just to recap, they fall into 4 main areas. So there was the interviewing and interview transcribing. We had writing, all different types of writing there, from short 1-pagers to feature stories to full-length books. Then we had editing, which writers might need at different phases of their writing journey. And then finally, printing and the publishing phase. So I'm really hopeful that you will let me as a professional help you start and finish a life story project that can be celebrated and cherished for the future. And if you'd like to know more about everything I mentioned, I've got a whole article about it over at my website, which is foreveryoungautobiographie.com/Forever Young Autobiographies Publishing Services. You'll find all the links to everything you need there, and I'm really excited that if you book during the month of September, then you will get 1 hour free of my services, and all you need to do is make sure that you book during this month, but also that you're a subscriber to my weekly emails. So to sign up for the publishing services, go to foreveryoungautobiographie.com/publishing services, and to make sure you're a part of my email list, you go to foreveryoungautobiographie.com/sign up. And while you're over at the website, leave me a comment. What other questions do you have about the new publishing services? Is there something else I can help you with? Please let me know. Leave a comment or send me an email at foreveryoungautobiographie.com/contact. I'll be back again soon with another topic, so I'd love it if you could follow, subscribe and like the show, and look for me over at Facebook. So until then, happy writing.